For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 23 of Season 3 at Everton. We have 13 games to go in the Premier League season. However, we are also still involved in the Europa League. We've got 2 games against Tottenham on the horizon, the first of which we'll play today after playing Leicester and then Arsenal. So difficult games to be played in today's episode. Yesterday, we played the Football League Cup final. I won't spoil the result for you yet. Probably will accidentally spoil it later in the episode though, so check that video first if you haven't already to ensure you don't get the results spoiled for you. And of course, we are out of the FA Cup already, so we're not in that competition, but still top of the Premier League and still challenging for European glory of some sort in this season as well. So hoping to have another good episode. We are currently top of the table, as we say, by 2 points and 3 points ahead of Spurs and City. So it's actually very, very tight at the top of the table. So we're going to need to maintain a good level of form. And we have 2 games today, one of which is against Arsenal, who are down in 5th, who, if they beat us, of course, could close the gap on us as well to within 4 points. So it's kind of like, or even Chelsea, they're in 6th on 43. It's like a 6-way fight for the Premier League title with 13 games to go. Hopefully, we can start off on the front foot here with the game against Leicester, do okay against Arsenal, and then get a good first leg result against Tottenham in the Europa League. That's the plan. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. And make sure you hit that little bell symbol as well so that you get notified when a video goes up, so that you definitely don't miss one, because YouTube has been playing silly buggers for the past few weeks. But it's a tired-ish starting lineup, but the other players are even more tired because it's only 2 days since that Football League Cup final. So into the game against Leicester we go, hoping for 3 points. Corner to Everton after 4 minutes. Gerard Deulofeu stands the ball up. It's a good delivery too, and I'm not entirely too sure who was underneath that. I think it's going to be another corner. It is. Slimani was the man that got the final touch. Deep corner again. I had no idea who got on that one either. It looks like it was Rafinha bending away towards that far post. I wasn't sure whether it was actually going to find its way into the back of the net, but unfortunately, as James McCarthy stood there underneath it, it went wide. Williams. Nice little reverse ball to Rafinha, and Lukaku, I think, was offside there. But, yeah, he was, unfortunately. That would have been a really nice move had it worked, but Lukaku went a little bit too soon, or I was a little bit too delayed with the pass. I think it kind of is a mixture of both. And we'll get that cross here. Oh, it's a lovely ball into Iñaki Williams from Rafinha. We'll look to turn inside the defender. Rafinha's just dropped off the back of the defender here. We'll wrong foot him. He's left-footed, Rafinha. It's a good save. A very good save by Kasper Schmeichel to stop me from taking the lead. Half an hour in, we've had a number of corners so far. Not really threatened from any yet. And Sergio Ramos heads that one over the top of the bar. Scored a good header in the Clásico, or El Clásico, for Real Madrid in real life. But not able to get one for me here. Corner for Riyad Mahrez to take. And Slimani brings that down somehow. Iñaki Williams gets a block on his attempted cross/shot. Tried to take it off him there and he just ran past the ball, and Amate shoots wide. Still half an hour to go here. Neither side really look capable of stealing all 3 points. It's been a really slow game. Difficult to build anything for either team really. Try and get it through there. There we go to James McCarthy, and out wide here to Iñaki Williams. Touch was a bit heavy, but we'll turn back, pull it in here to James McCarthy, who gives us a 1-0 lead. It was going to take one chance to get a goal to go in front here, and I think that might be the only goal of the game. It's been that sort of affair here. Iñaki Williams does well to turn inside, returns it to McCarthy, who actually does very well to bend that away from the keeper with the defender in front of him. Really nice finish, and we lead at last. McCarthy. Rafinha's made that run forward, and the ball was intended of him actually, but it's Iñaki Williams that runs off with it, trying to find a bit of room to find a pass. Got Williams in support. There's McCarthy into Rafinha. Oh, lovely turn. Get the shot off. Just flashing past the post. He is left-footed. He has a 4-star weak foot, but he's definitely better on his left-hand side. Lovely little drop of the shoulder, but couldn't angle the shot into that bottom corner. Whiskers wide of the post. Michael Brighton. Oh, nice ball out wide to Preville. Early cross. Get there, Lemos. He's done well. I just want to get rid of that. Not taking any risks at the back now. 3 points are what we want from this game. 3 points are what we are going to need to try and keep our lead at the top of the table, especially with the game against a team such as Arsenal in just 3 or 4 days' time. Putting pressure on here, and Rafinha wins it back. Now play through Lukaku. Wasn't the best of through balls. Lukaku in a good position. We'll look to pull it back again, and Rafinha surely. Well, I was about to have an absolutely huge go at Rafinha for not shooting, but he got a push in the back there from Albrighton and just swung at thin air and gets crunched by the keeper. Albrighton is the man that gave the penalty away, and Lukaku will run up and put this into the back of the net. Everton 2, Leicester 0. We are going to get all 3 points from this one. Our lead at the top of the table is safe for now. Drink water into Slimani. He's got a number of options here, and Musa shoots. Well, that was a powerful shot. I'll be honest, I was waiting for the pass to the man that was about to be played in behind, their number 2, but that's why I kind of drifted with the defender, trying to anticipate that. I'm not entirely too sure who the defender is there, or who their number 2 is, but it's a great strike from Musa. So much power behind it. It was Hernandez, the centre-back, so that's probably why he took the shot on, not wanting to pass it to a defender in an attacking position. Thumping finish from Ahmed Musa. This game isn't over yet. I thought we were home and dry, but no, 88 minutes, it's 2-1. Just going to have to try and wind the clock down now to ensure that Leicester don't get themselves anything from this game. Final whistle goes. It's a 2-0, no, not 2-0, 2-1 win. They just scored, Tues. Well done. Ahmed Musa pulled one back for Leicester, but we were the better side and we deserved all 3 points. Now, what did everyone else do? Chelsea won, Arsenal won, City won, and Manchester United won. So it's as you were at the top of the table. The only difference is now that there is 12 games to go in the league season rather than 13. So we're still looking good for a challenge for the Premier League title. We just need to keep our good form going. Up next will be a game against Arsenal, our arch nemesis in this series. And fingers crossed we can come away with a decent performance against them. There's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain out wide. Now, we've played Arsenal just the once so far this season, and we drew with them 0-0 on the opening day, and it was the best performance we've played against an Arsenal team the entirety of this Everton career mode, and we still weren't able to come away with a victory. Now, I'm playing a rotated side here just because of the number of fixtures we've got at the minute, and unfortunately just the lack of fitness the squad has with regards to injuries and people coming back from injuries and people having to cover for injuries, etc. So I'm not overly confident in this particular game, despite the fact we played so well in that first game against Arsenal this season. I think this one might be more of a familiar showing from us against Arsenal, although they've got players like Danny Welbeck and Lanzini playing, so it isn't the strongest of starting lineups from them either, but it's still going to be a difficult test, and there is that psychological barrier between myself and Arsenal. And El Neni heads that behind for a goal kick, thankfully, after 10 minutes. First chance of the game comes and goes. Alexis Sanchez scored a hat-trick at the weekend for Arsenal. We'll try and keep him quiet here today as best we can. Into Tyus Browning. The run's being made there. Who's going to get to that first? Alexis Sanchez is the answer, but James Ward-Prowse brings that down well. Just trying to hold the man off, find the space for a shot, which I am eventually able to get in, but I didn't quite have the angle for it there. Would have been better off laying that off to the man on the edge of the box, perhaps, but I got a little bit overconfident with James Ward-Prowse there. Did well enough to hold the defender off, but poor finish. Into Carrasco. Unfortunately, they've got Bellerin at right back, who's not exactly the slowest player you've ever seen, but Carrasco's just running all the way across their defensive line here. That ballback wasn't meant for Idrissa, it was meant for Browning, but never mind. Here's Ryan Bertrand. He's spun well. The left-back's in behind here. I'm trying to get the shot off, but we'll take the free kick. And James Ward-Prowse is going to have a good opportunity here. Peñaranda stood over it, but it's obviously going to be the youngster to take the shot. Now, can we get ourselves a goal to go in front? Oh, stunning free kick from James Ward-Prowse. Yes, we can get a goal to go in front. Jan Oblak didn't stand a chance with that from there. We may be missing Hakan Çalhanoğlu's set pieces, but James Ward-Prowse has stepped up to the plate to fill the shoes of our Turkish central attacking midfielder. That is a wonderful free kick. We lead at the Emirates. Bellerin to Chamberlain, driving inside, and then driving into the box, causing me problems, and smacks it into the side netting. Just didn't know where he was going to go there. Was he going to drive inside? Was he going to go for the pass? In the end, I defended for the pass, and he went for the driving run. Seemed to be the issue with Musa's goal in the first game as well. Perhaps I need to just address the ball first, and if they decide to play the passes around, then react accordingly. But don't preempt what Arsenal might do, because clearly they're good enough to be able to do something else entirely and still end up causing me problems. I'm going to squeeze this looking for James Ward-Prowse. He's not going to get there. Alexis. That's a good cross. No! How has Welbeck beaten Socrates to that? Oh, just as I was thinking to myself, maybe we might just do it this time around. They immediately go and equalise. I thought I won't verbalise that thought because it will cost me. I didn't even have to verbalise that thought. Socrates just stands there flat-footed. Welbs sprints across him. Arsenal are level, 1-1. Work the ball into some space. Tyus Browning. Look for Peñaranda here. Under control. Turn. Shot. Oh! Jan Oblak with a good save. Decent attempt. Carrasco will take the corner. It's whipped in. Alfie Hill goes up, but Koscielny heads it away and Lanzini will bring it out. That's the best opportunity of the second half for us so far. But Jan Oblak was equal to it. To Ward-Prowse. Fire that forward to Peñaranda, but I can't get it out of my feet quick enough. Jack Wilshere wins it back. Lanzini into Welbs. James Ward-Prowse gets there, but there goes the final whistle. He cut it out, but Arsenal did win it back. But thankfully, the referee decided to blow his whistle before they snuck a final winner. It's a 1-1 draw against Arsenal. We played well enough, but clearly not quite well enough to deserve all 3 points. Manchester United won as well, which will cut our lead at the top of the table. And I'm not sure what it will look like as we head into the final game of the episode, which will be against Tottenham in the Europa League. What does the league table look like? Oh, I'll have a look at the end of the episode. I keep yawning as well, I apologise. I've been yawning all the way throughout the recording of this episode. Hopefully, I've not done it in too many highlights. The board are unhappy that we're not on track with the youth development, but I can't sell anyone, can I? Because I'm not in a transfer window. Alfie Hill's happy enough, though, that we're doing okay, but we'll advance now and play this game against Tottenham before we end today's episode. A few big seeds. Well, I guess big seeds as well as big sides still in the competition. Barcelona in the Europa League. Borussia Dortmund are on the other half of the draw as well. A lot of big teams dropping out of the Champions League in the group stage to come here and play in the Europa League knockouts. We've already beaten Bayern Munich, of course, to get to this stage on away goals after extra time. And now we face familiar opposition in the form of Tottenham Hotspur. Can we make it through to the quarter-finals? This first leg, hopefully, we can avoid giving away an away goal and maybe sneak a win. I'll be happy with a 0-0 draw, though, to be fair. Just leaves us with, well, a chance to get a score draw in the second leg, but I would prefer victory, obviously, so that's what we'll try and do. Ricardo Pereira turns inside, he skipped past Victor Wanyama there, and he's driving into the box. Could this be the perfect start? Drilled into the middle. Graviak just gets his foot to it. Deulofeu with a shot is blocked. Pereira can win that header. He didn't, but Deulofeu picks up the loose ball. Rafinha, look for Lukaku. Roll the defender. Shot off. Top corner. Yes! Wowzers, what a finish from Romelu Lukaku. The perfect start after 3.5 minutes. Everton 1, Tottenham 0. Deulofeu recovers the ball. Rafinha just squeezes it in, rolls Kyle Walker, and then with the left foot, Pyle drives it into the top corner. We lead. Take this free kick short here. I will drill it towards them, though. Wasn't actually where that was aimed, but never mind. Iñaki Williams still comes away with possession. I'm going to get this to Krychowiak. Quickly get it there to Lukaku. Can we repeat the finish? Oh, I tried, but Kyle Walker threw himself at me. Lukaku steals it off Eriksen, though, and Rafinha will look to repeat the finish, but his shot is also very well blocked by a defender. Dominating so far. Tottenham barely got out of their own half, but only the one goal to show for it so far. Heavy touch from Wanyama. McCarthy steals it back, but it goes as far as Eriksen. Someone's on the floor in the middle. Victor Wanyama spins and seems to catch Sergio Rico unawares there. That was a rather awkward save for the goalkeeper. Should have done much better with that. Should have been more comfortable with a shot like that, but never mind. Dele Alli brings that down into Wanyama. The shot's blocked, and I almost called him Ramamos then. Ramos just puts his foot through it. Away it goes. No danger there. Williams could win that header. He can't. Lamela brings it down. The danger is still on now, though, but Ramamos is underneath it again. Kyle Walker brings that down. And he's still going, Kyle Walker. Sergio Rico with a good save. Will he keep that in? No, he's going to let it go out for a corner. As soon as I mentioned the Tottenham haven't been in my half, they have me encamped in it. McCarthy heads that away. Is he going to keep that in, Lamela? Well, he did. I think he intended to let that go. But, Ramos with the overhead kick clearance. Rafinha will look to get this to Lukaku. Try and spin. Nice little back heel to Deulofeu there. Oh, tried to burst past Ben Davies but couldn't do it, unfortunately. Didn't quite get the angle right. Referee almost in the way there. Dele Alli to Eric Dyer. He's got options in front of him. He's done a 360 spin and he shoots. And Sergio Rico this time finally gets the ball under control. Get the tackle in, which needed to be done. Rafinha, I want to go out wide to Iñaki Williams if I can. That's a lovely ball by Rafinha into the path of the Spaniard. Kyle Walker with him, but he's turned inside. Just going to drive into this space. Iñaki Williams, oh, it's dropped kindly for Lukaku. How has Lloris saved that? He's just thrown up an arm. It was a wonderful save. Really lucky with how it dropped to Lukaku, and I thought I'd done enough, but perhaps I should have kept the shot down. I was hoping if I put it towards the top corner, he wouldn't be able to get his arm up to it, but turns out he did, and that header from Ramos has gone wide. 38 minutes in, 1-0. Ball down the line to Harry Kane. Inside Eric Dyer to Dele Alli. Trying to catch up with him, missed the tackle. Dele Alli makes me pay for that mistake. Sergio Ramos misses the tackle on him, and Dele Alli buries it into the top left-hand corner. Tottenham equalise on the very stroke of half-time. I thought I'd got there with Ramos. When he turned there, I thought Ramos was going to get there, but no, it's a good finish. We are drawn back level. Looking through there, slight deflection, but McCarthy picks up on it. Give it there to Krochowiak, into Deulofeu, across goal. Great save from Hugo Lloris, and Lukaku's not going to get there in time to have an immediate second shot. Iñaki Williams, though, could work that back in the middle to Rafinha. Oh, God, what was that touch, Rafinha? I just wanted to try and turn the defender and work the space. Deulofeu's in again, and Hugo Lloris, for a second time, denies the Spaniard. Starting to pick up the pace in this second half. Kane, tackled by Ramos. Krochowiak picks up the loose ball. This has a horrible feel of a Premier League, like a midweek Premier League game. It just doesn't feel like Europa League at all. Iñaki Williams steals that off Kyle Walker. And I'm going to drive into the area, and he's done very well there, Iñaki Williams, and he's still going. And I'll just poke this to Lukaku. Probably shouldn't have done that, but we've scored anyway. I wasn't expecting to get past all the defenders quite that easily with Iñaki Williams, but he just kept going. Gives it to Romelu Lukaku, who tucks it away very well. I wasn't expecting to get past Ben Davies that easily, but to be fair, didn't really have the angle with Iñaki Williams to shoot because of Ben Davies, and awkward finish with Lukaku. I'm not entirely too sure how he's twisted his ankle like that whilst drifting to the right-hand side, but I'm not going to complain. Everton 2, Tottenham 1. We are back in front in this Europa League round of 16, first leg. Right, who's racing towards this? It's James McCarthy. Oh, I get caught on it with Harry Kane, but we keep possession. Deulofeu inside to Lukaku, roll the defender. Look there for James Ward-Prowse, roll the defender. Please make it 3! James Ward-Prowse just can't keep those sort of shots down. He always puts them over the top of the bar. It's so frustrating. Never mind, still just the 2 goals to 1. Let's put James Ward-Prowse on this, shall we? See if we can get a better delivery in. It's the 89th minute, so if we can get a third here, they won't have the chance. Oh, yes! Romelu Lukaku just flicks that deftly on at the near post. Everton 3, Tottenham 1, and that could be the all-important goal with regards the 2-legged tie here in the quarter-final. We're going to win the first leg by 3 goals to 1, only just over the top of Ben Davies' head, and it's a Lukaku hat-trick. Hadn't even realised that it was a Romelu Lukaku hat-trick. GG, my man. Very, very well played. Romelu Lukaku, single-handedly almost, putting us into the next round of the Europa League. Of course, there is still a game to play at White Hart Lane, but I'm pretty confident after getting a 3-1 win here, at least I hope a 3-1 win here, that we'll be able to get ourselves through to the quarterfinals with an easy-ish second leg. I'll give that there to Willems, of all people, pushing forward. Got caught there, nothing given. Would have loved a free kick in that situation, but there goes the final whistle. That couldn't have gone much better, I don't think. A goal very early on. Dominated the game, as you can see with the stats. Who else did well? How did Barcelona get on? They won 3-1 in their first leg. Dortmund win 2-1 in theirs against familiar rivals. Obviously, they're playing a domestic tie. We're playing a domestic tie. Schalke win, Ajax win, and another domestic tie. A lot of teams playing other teams from their own country in the round of 16. But we get a 3-1 win against Tottenham. And the next game is going to be against Tottenham as well, the second leg. So that'll be in tomorrow's episode. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further episodes. Hit that little symbol with the bell on it to make sure that you get a notification when a video goes up. And I'll see you next time.